just
All
made
right.
the outro the intro.
Yeah.
Funky remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got like 5 versions of that song.
Nice.
But people weren't complaining about the outro. They were complaining about the intro. So there you go.
It's a December miracle.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Adam. I will give you access to our media library, and you can go choose a song because it's only going to take you like 7 hours.
Yeah. I hate picking music for
Music's
videos.
the worst. No, dude, editing video is easy.
Yeah.
Adding music is atrocious because video gives you visual cues and like you know what to do. Like you're like, oh, someone said or so I'm gonna cut that out, and there's a pause there, and this is where Adam hurt himself, so I definitely want that, something like that, right? It's a true story.
That's
So-
understandable.
Right. So the thing is, audio is just a bunch of wave lines. How do you like? I can't look at an audio file and be like, "Oh, that's the song I want,"
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Like it doesn't. No, it's the worst. Audio is the worst. I hate doing audio. Anyway, hello everyone. It's Thursday.
Hello, all.
I've been
We
streaming.
started off right off the bat with bitching.
I've been streaming in 480 this whole time. Do I look better now?
Oh, actually, you do.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can see more details on your dirt coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
I wonder
Anyway,
why it falls into that.
So, hello all. Glad I'm not. I'm not
Drink.
mad.
So it begins.
That's funny.
Mm.
Oh, love it.
Okay, there we go.
I need a cough button.
Yeah, you do.
Cough button. All right. Is it worth buying an SF90 as an investment? No.
I think no. I think
No.
I've told the other guys this. I think every hybrid car, even the Ferraris, are going to be worthless in 20 years from now.
It's fair.
The problem is those batteries will die. There's nothing you can do about that. It's not like an engine that, you can just replace a couple gaskets if they start leaking or something. But like the batteries go dead and you
Well,
got
it's
to buy
not
new
just-
batteries.
It's not just the batteries; it's the inverters and all of the motors that attach to the transmission and all of that stuff. If that stuff breaks, it's like good
Yeah.
luck. You know,
Yeah.
And it's kind of an awkward spot in the generation. Like they're just getting started. So you have
Yeah.
to think in 5 to 10 years they're going to be like perfected or a lot better.
it'll be electric in 10 years from now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like all electric makes sense, all gas makes sense, but
Yeah,
in
the hybrid
between,
is-
it's kind of wonky, right?
Yeah.
I would rather. I mean, me personally, I would rather have a gas turbo car than a gas electric car, like a hybrid electric car, right?
Well, LaFerrari in 30 years, yeah, maybe it's no telling, but I mean, you're going to have to find somebody that can work on it.
Yeah, that's
I
the
think
problem. The
it'd be-
battery in that LaFerrari. Good luck.
It'll be worse
Mm-hmm.
than finding somebody to work on an F40 now, you know?
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, don't get me wrong. The performance characteristics of hybrids is outrageous. Like, it's amazing. But I just don't know. Okay, people are texting me. I gotta shut up. God dang. There. We'll leave it
See?
alone.
Angry.
I'll get angry about that. I'm not gonna get angry about this.
Yeah, right.
It's just annoying. Like it's one thing to text 1 or 2 times, but like 7, 9, 15, all within 2 minutes. Like, come on. Okay, I got something to complain about related to that. People that text 40 texts in a row instead of one big paragraph. Like, complete your thought, then hit send.
So when I first met Dan, I never gave that much thought. I was really, really bad about it. And then he complained about that once. So I was all self-conscious about it. Like I would go out of my way to make sure that I was completing it in one text. But now that I know that Dan hates it, I don't care anymore. And I just
That's the correct response, actually.
Yeah.
so
I'm with you on that, Dan.
Uh,
It's a pet peeve.
Come on, does anyone else agree with me?
Yeah.
Like when you have like complete a thought and then send the text. Don't like be like, oh, blah blah blah, text, blah 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 blah, text, blah
It's
text,
even-
blah text.
It's even better now because we text in WhatsApp
Yeah.
for the company, and I found out that WhatsApp has a Windows-based program that you can use. So now I can ship post at even
Nice.
higher rates.
But
Nice.
here's the beautiful thing: is WhatsApp will only ding once per like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, will it? Well,
Yeah.
that's no fun.
That's part of the reason I love it. I don't care if you got a big ass conversation going. I only get dinged once. That's all I need. I don't need to
That's
get a ding every
disappointing.
time. Anyway. Okay. You text them back one word at a time, one letter at
Yeah.
a time.
I like that. One of my friends growing up does that. If he wants your attention, he'll do one word or one letter at a time just to
Oh.
emphasize.
I'd be like, block.
Usually
blocked.
it's a sign he's drunk or he really wants attention.
Yeah.
Oop.
Yeah. Why you gotta talk about someone in a paid post?
Yeah.
Someone else. That's shitty. All right, John, we'll give you benefit of the doubt. DD's 720S got destroyed by a kid running into it on an
Oh, yeah.
on-ramp when the kid missed the correct turn
I
and
watched that
crossed the
one.
solid white line. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
Actually, so we were discussing, we want to do a video discussing the ramifications of incidents that have happened famously for YouTubers with their cars. Because I don't think like people realize like, okay, yeah, that 720 got hit. The ramifications to that kid could be extraordinarily severe. And like, he made a mistake, but the problem is he made a mistake destroying a $300,000+ car, maybe
with
more.
countless mods, yeah.
With
Which
lots-
I know
yeah.
don't mean shit, but
But if you have mods on a car, the insurance company will. You can fight to get those valued.
okay.
I did that when my Mustang, when my Terminator got destroyed. They at first gave me straight blue book, and I said, "No, this car's modified. You got to pay me for the modifications." And they said, "Well, send us a list of the modifications, how much they cost." And I did, and they covered them.
Nice.
Yeah, that's because they weren't your insurance company, so they do owe you for it. If it was your
Oh.
insurance company and you didn't put it on as a rider on your policy, you're shit out of luck.
I mean,
Gotcha.
Really?
what could or should
If it's
Again,
your own insurance policy,
Ramifications.
if it's your own insurance policy, you have to let your insurance know that that you have that on your car for them to insure it. Otherwise, they only owe you because they quoted you that price as if it was a factory stock car. So they're
Gotcha.
insuring a factory stock car. Now that's why you can call them and say, "Hey, I put XYZ on there. This is the approximate value," and they'll do
That's
that.
really good to know.
That is good
'Cause
to know.
You might spend a boatload of money on some modifications. I mean, especially like people doing crazy like twin turbo setups or whatever.
Yeah.
Talking $40,000-$50,000 in modifications.
Now what you can do, like we had people that would put like really big stereos in their car or whatever, and the thing is they would want all that equipment back, and as long as you can put it back to stock, like as the adjuster, I wouldn't care. Like if they had $10,000 of equipment in there, I'm like, look, I'm paying you for a car with a working radio. If you put it back factory and it has a working radio in it, you can have whatever you want back. So like always keep your factory head unit if you put like a really expensive head unit in
That's
the
a
car
really good
and stuff
tip.
like that, because you can get that stuff back. Same thing with wheels. People would do that with wheels. Keep your original wheels. That
Of course,
way
your wheels might get destroyed in a serious accident.
Yeah.
that's always a possibility. But one thing that we had, and I'm not trying to turn this into a like what people want to do with their own money is their own business, but don't lease wheels, because the number of people that leased wheels and they're like, well, you're not paying me for my wheels that I leased. We're like, no, like a car comes with the wheels on it. We are taking the wheels, we're taking wheels back if you have your OEM wheels, but a lot of times the lease company keeps those wheels. That way they can sell them when you default on your wheels. So
Wow. That's crazy.
I had no
Well,
idea.
you can
So
lease
anyway,
wheels.
that's a video topic we definitely need to do. Obviously,
Heck
there's
yeah.
a lot in there. Yeah, exactly. It's boring as shit, but it's actually really important. it's a yawn topic, but like I don't think so. Anyway, someone asked, do we have enough insurance to cover all of our cars? Yes, 100%. We have a extraordinarily large policy for our dealership. It's ridiculously expensive. It's like $40,000 a year to cover our cars. So like, those of you that think we're just printing money selling cars, no, sadly.
We're printing money to hand to other people.
Yeah, right.
Print money that gets immediately taken from us. We're like, oh, this is all I got left. Come on. So yeah, there you go. It doesn't matter. So here's the cool thing about dealerships in Texas. Dealerships in Texas doesn't matter where the cars are stored. They don't care.
Yeah.
And
The state doesn't care.
the state doesn't care. In our insurance, we specified where the cars would be, which is, at our houses and stuff, and they didn't care. So it's easy. But yeah, like dealership insurance, because think about it, our dealership insurance has to cover not only the value of all the cars if something horrible happens, like they all get in a tornado, but that also has to cover like, oh, some rando is taking out our car for a test drive and he crashes our car because he doesn't know how to drive a McLaren 720S.
Yep.
So yeah, sucks. It's pretty
That
expensive.
happened. No, it didn't happen.
Yeah. Do you have to agree to not have more than quarter tank of gas in the stored cars? One of the car storage places locally had that as an insurance requirement. Ours doesn't
Never
care.
heard of that before.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me that they would put that in there as a requirement, but I don't remember seeing that anywhere in our documents.
I can see a storage place being different too.
It's
than
full
a dealership.
coverage. It covers
Yeah,
it covers vandalism. It covers everything.
Yeah. It's like any normal insurance policy. It's just the weird difference between our dealership insurance and your insurance is ours says like any something like any car owned by the
It says
dealership.
on make model. It says any.
Yeah. Basically, as long as we have a dealership plate on the car, it's covered. So
That's part of the reason why it's so expensive.
that's also why it's so expensive, is like it can be any
And
car.
We don't have to like call them every time we buy a car or sell a car.
Oh God,
either.
could you imagine that?
Oh yeah, that would be a nightmare.
Oh god. We just took 6 cars in this inventory and sold 3.
Yeah.
Are you
so
ready
here's-
for these long ass VIN numbers?
Yeah. Oh man, what a pain in the ass that would be. So yeah. Whew. But anyway, so tonight I had a topic I thought up, which is I wanted to discuss whether or not we are experiencing a true market slowdown, or is it just because it's winter? Which, there's a seasonal thing to the car market, especially for sports cars, because not many people up north in the snow are like, hey, you know what? We should take out the Ferrari. See that
All
foot
right,
of
come
snow?
on.
That looks
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
I bet I could make it out of my driveway.
Pile of
Makes donuts
slush and
easier.
Mud.
Yeah, the mud, the everything.
I think it's a combination of both. There is a
Yeah.
slowdown, and there's with the winters here.
I think there's definitely a market slowdown, but I think right now it's more seasonal than market slowdown. And the only reason I say that is and I'm speaking from the perspective of the exotic car, supercar market, right? Like, I think there is a pretty strong slowdown in the regular cars and in the, I'm going to say, sub $80,000 sports car market. But the reason I say I don't think it's slowing down as much, or maybe it's already slowed down and it's not going too much further, is there are cars that are actually going up again. So that's weird. Like, if it's like a broad slow, like, yes, there are certain models that I think got overheated, overvalued. But then there's other cars that are like legit going up. So like right now, 430s are going up in value. a lot. Like it's nuts. Like it boggles the mind. We can't get 430s. We just can't. Like
And when we do, they sell quick.
yeah. Every time we get a 430, they're just gone immediately.
Except for that one gray one.
Yeah, don't buy silver.
Silver, yeah.
Don't buy
Yeah,
silver.
don't buy a silver 430
Just sell it.
to sell. If you're trying to flip it, yeah. If you
Yeah.
like silver, great. Actually, guess what? If you like silver, the world's your oyster.
Yeah, you get
There's a
real
lot
cheap.
of it for sale. You can get it for cheap.
True.
But yeah, so it's strange. Like 458s have come down, but I think they've stabilized. You know, so like obviously we're very involved in the Ferrari market. I think 488s are coming down still. I think pretty much all the V12 cars are going up. And I think part of that is people are like, hey, that's it. This is it for V12s. So if you want one,
Mhm.
go get one. So
I know of one for sale.
yeah, V12s.
Yeah.
I got a guy. Guess what? It's a manual.
Mm.
Yeah. How's that progress going,
That
by the
one.
way?
It's back at EAG to get the final parts.
Nice.
And I should upload. I got the pictures. We got the professional pictures back.
Well, let's see one.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me upload a couple that are really cool.
As long as they're Josh approved.
Yeah.
Josh approved.
Oh, gosh,
Well,
this
we paid a bunch of money for him. I'm not a photographer.
Yeah. It better be.
I'm not a photographer.
Let me find a good one.
how many pictures was it total?
247.
Oh
Oh
shit.
damn!
How did
Dude,
they give?
she-
How did she give them to you?
Google Drive. She was there for 4 hours taking pictures.
Really?
And did she
Oh, yeah.
know? Did you give her a list of every picture, or she had
No,
done
she
it
just
before?
took them. She was just like, I just sat around and she was like, "Oh, here you know, like, you know, can you move the car here? Can you do this? Okay, sure. Okay."
People
that's
are
it.
sticklers to see under the car. I don't know if you got under.
We have undercarriage pictures,
Yeah.
all the damage. Which I sent her a text. I'm like, "Hey, you found all of the damage." I was like, you know, you didn't have to quite find all of it, but she
New
did.
Zealand. Wow, somebody from New Zealand.
Yeah. Hey Carlos.
What? Zealand?
Somebody from New Zealand.
Oh,
Kiwi.
nice. So, hold on, they're uploading right now. They're big pictures. You know, they're very, you know,
High quality.
yeah, high resolution. And she like, it was really difficult for her because it rained throughout the day. So the driveway had like some wet spots, some not wet spots. So she actually had to Photoshop the driveway to be one
Why
color.
didn't you just
Oh,
hose
no.
down your driveway?
Whatever. So here's
Fix
one
it in
picture.
post, Adam.
Here's the picture I really liked.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Open out.
And then here's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty.
Nice.
It makes the car look
It makes it look
Really?
good.
Yeah.
it's funny, like I was like looking at the profile pictures of it. I'm like, God damn, that is a very good looking car. Oh, here's another one I should get. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, I'll upload that one too, and I'll come back.
We need to get her on contract to do all of our pictures for our website.
That would be expensive. Shit.
Not if you had like a
There you go.
if it was going to always be a shitload
Nice.
of work.
It looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if that doesn't make you want the car,
Yeah. It does.
so anyway, yeah.
I'm assuming she got pictures of the interior too.
Oh yeah. I could upload a picture of that.
And that's all for bat, right?
Yeah, it's all for
Yeah.
bat. Let's see.
Any
It's
idea
funny
when
because
that's
like
right?
some of the stuff, like I cleaned up the car and really detailed the shit out of it, and then you get some of the pictures that are close up, and you're like, damn it, there's dust there or something. You're like,
Yeah, French fries.
Yeah.
God, how did that show up?
How
Son
about
of a-
the shifter? Any good shots of that?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm trying to upload a picture of that. Where to go? Sorry, it's like, ooh, that's a cool picture. All right, that one. I like that one. One second, it takes a moment to load.
Yep.
Any idea when it's going to go up?
Well, we're not going
Couple
to tell them to
weeks.
list it until it's done with EAG. There you go.
Very cool.
There's a speck of white on the floor.
Yep.
That's actually a screw.
That needs to be photoshopped out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to defend that on that comments.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Josh and I were talking, and Josh said, "Dan, do not go on the comments for Bring a Trailer." He's
Yeah,
like, "I
I'm
will
gonna,
take care
I'm
of
gonna
it."
handle the comments.
Yeah, because I was just like, I can't. I'm gonna lose my shit.
I'm not sure that you're the best person to handle the comments either, Josh.
Hey,
These
I can
two,
handle them just fine, but I'm gonna talk mad shit once I'm done responding to the comment.
we get emails all the time from people that are kind of
Bad.
yeah,
Annoying.
like,
They're bad. No,
and
they're
these
bad.
two are like ripping people new assholes in emails and shit with like condescending emails and shit, and we're like, dude, we want them to spend money with us, so I
We don't
think
say it directly to them though.
you write pretty condescending emails though.
What?
Whoa!
Whoa.
Holy hell! Thanks, Shane.
Thanks, Shane.
Wow.
Hold on. Happy holidays, NGS. The F430 Dan helped me recover is all back together. We'll post videos soon. Fan for life, guys. Congratulations. It's fun.
Heck
So
yeah.
you got the engine back in it rebuilt. I don't know if you guys
Oh.
knew, but his engine grenaded or something.
Oh, it's that one. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, this was the other one because there was the other guy, Chris or something.
No, that was
Put a used engine in
Matt.
it, or rebuild the engine
Matt.
that was already there, or what
Matt, yeah.
happened with that?
No, it was after he got it back, it was messed up.
Oh,
Wow.
Third
Matt's
time's the
car
charm.
was hosed from the start.
Yeah.
Oh, the 360.
Yeah, that 360.
Last
just-
I heard, he actually got the title though.
he
Oh,
did.
That's awesome.
Yep. That was
I
like-
just got a kick out of him. You said he was using it for rap videos. Trying to make money off of it, which I guess is smart, you know?
You know, if you got a 50, well, I
If
guess
you flip your car up.
$75,000 brick,
Paperweight.
you might as well at least try and have that brick do something
Heck yeah.
other than hold down your garage. Man,
I don't know, Ryan. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he got the title. I think the state finally issued one. I'd be curious if it has any stuff on the Carfax about that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure the Carfax is effed.
It's like they had to reissue a title.
Even Carfax is like, shit's fucked.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Got CNC'd.
Like, we're not sure what happened here, but don't buy this car.
they're gonna add a new thing that's just gonna be like CNC Motors flag. That's funny. Oh, Matt got the title from the owner. I missed that. Well,
All right. As long as he got it. I mean,
as long as he got it, man. Wow. Anyway, 720S or 48.
720.
yeah.
Sorry, all day long 720.
Yeah.
If it was an F8, that'd be a harder.
F8 would be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
720.
Even then,
I'd
I would have to think about it, even with an F8.
yeah.
I'd agree. Actually,
If-
yeah.
Well, the F8's worth a lot more, so if you don't consider the money aspect of it,
And arguably the F8's going to hold value better.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I would argue, even though the 720S is not unreliable, I think the F8's going to be more reliable.
Now, I think a better comparison would be F8 versus 765 LT.
Mm.
Oof. That's tough. No, that's more like a Pista versus the 765 LT. Now, there you go. 765
Yeah.
LT versus Pista.
Drag
Okay.
Times did a F8 and 765, and it was close.
Who won?
765.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was tied, but the 765 won overall.
Okay.
They each had like
I
one,
mean,
and then
Yeah. I mean, the F8 factory exhaust sounds terrible.
It does.
It's just like, what is it's just a Camry?
I got a straight pipe it like Casey did.
It does.
Yeah.
It needs to be straight pipe.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
me.
for sure. But even the 720 doesn't sound great. It sounds okay.
I think with exhaust though.
Oh yeah, no, with
They're-
exhaust it sounds
yeah.
great. But all these cars from the factory sound bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the last good sounding Ferrari from the factory was the 458,
Yeah.
and even then it's okay. It's not like excellent.
I feel
Maybe
it's
the
good.
F12.
Like you, when you're in it, you enjoy it, but then when you get in like a modded exhaust, you're like, okay, now I know what I'm missing.
Yeah. Oh, this is fine because you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is way better than the whatever other car I had. You
Yeah.
know, and then you drive by like Loper or Richard, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, why does mine sound like dog shit and theirs sounds like an F1 car?
The Pista does have Inconel, but it still has cats on it, so it's still
Yeah.
quiet.
Well,
Yeah.
the turbo sound is very loud.
And they did Inconel on the Pista, not for the sound, but for the weight savings.
Yeah.
Greg was telling me he's got Sport Cats on his Scud, which
Yep.
is insanely loud. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to what the 650 is going to sound like.
Did you do
Dude, I
sport
can't
cats or just downpipes?
Sport Cats.
Okay.
You did 200, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Environmentally friendly.
Well, mostly because otherwise it's a straight, like 3-foot long exhaust system.
I don't see a problem with
It
that,
still has to go through the turbos.
I don't need to show off that badly.
dude. But I tell you what, we did an exhaust on a 48, Dave's car, and we put straight pipes on it, and he was like, "This is great, but I want more."
Mm.
And so then we put cat deletes on it, and he was like, "This is epic," you know. And it wasn't that. I mean, it was loud. Don't get me wrong, it was
Yeah.
loud, but it wasn't like Loper Richard ear shattering loud, you know,
Well-
because the turbos do muffle a ton of the sound.
Well, I rode in
True.
Casey's F8 that's straight piped with no cats, and it's pretty loud.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
whoa.
It's only that's why I'm glad we're doing a video, because since there's no way to compare what these things sound like, it's
Yeah.
not worth the risk. So
no,
I'd rather
Well, you can always buy the downpipes later if you want it louder. I mean,
That's
that's
true.
not a big deal.
well, but he's buying sport cats, which are expensive.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
but then just to buy downpipes wouldn't be that much more. You could switch them out.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
something-
downpipes are cheap.
I can still sell the car
Because
in
it's a
California. So.
tube.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
California.
Mhm.
Yeah, you won't have to get a tune either.
That's
So
my
that's
big
great.
thing. I know that, Dan, you've had no issues with tuned cars whatsoever, but plenty of people have had issues, and I just
Because they
don't
do
wanna
dumb
deal with
things with tunes, or they get a
Yeah.
shitty tuner. Like-
Well, and the funny
they
thing
like-
is the cost difference of the cats versus paying for a tune was the same. So
True.
it would have been the same cost regardless.
Yeah, it's basically the same whether you do sport cats or do cat deletes and tune.
I think you still need a tune even with sport cats because they're
I mean,
higher
to
flow.
do it properly, you're supposed to.
Yeah,
But
I
I think
yeah.
I think with
Modern-
200 cell cats, I don't think you do. If you did 100 cell cats, I think you
so-
would.
the computer's going to adjust for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's going to do a decent job adjusting for it, but it's not going to be efficient. It's not going to be as efficient as it could be.
I think
Well-
the 200 cell cats will still stay in the envelope though of what the computer can adjust, whereas 100 cell it may not.
You can run straight pipes in the factory computer on modern cars will do it fine. Like my 458, you could actually drive it and its fuel balance was still okay.
Hmm.
Like the computers
would
they're
scare me.
broad enough to be able to handle that. But is it running really decently close to the proper AFR? No,
Probably
it's-
not.
You know, it's gonna not. The problem is that they tune cars from the factory to be able to work in any horrible environment.
Yeah.
So like it's like, hey, I'm able to run on bullshit gas from Costco
Mhm.
in Alaska and in the Mojave Desert at the same time, and I can ship it to Uzbekistan and get their shit gas and who knows what else, and it'll still work.
Yep.
John, talking about this, it's dependent on. Well, first off,
Regulations.
Federal,
What
federal,
regulations?
federal regulations say you can't do anything to it. But
Yeah.
here in Texas, like I live in a non-emissions county, whereas Dan and not you, Josh, but Dan lives in an emissions county.
Oh,
so,
I live in Travis. I'm in
oh, you
Travis.
do? Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were further out. Oh, then yeah,
No.
those two they live in emissions counties. So,
Yeah. So Texas has emissions regulations in certain counties, depending where you live.
It's all the
And-
liberal counties.
It's
Yeah.
well, it's all the big counties. It's all the counties
Yeah.
with people. No, it's all the it's where 90% of people in Texas live. Like, to be fair,
We're-
all the other counties are just like, oh, there's 17 people in this county and 4,000 heads of cattle per person.
Yeah.
they need to put emissions regulations on the cow asses, not the cars.
Right.
in there.
Actually, they probably are worse than the car.
Yeah.
Legit.
All that methane.
All that methane, yeah. But anyway, the state regulations. I mean, there are sound things too. You could get a ticket for sound, but
I've
You don't
never heard of
really-
that happening.
it doesn't really happen in Texas.
I think
Like,
that's
no-
because cops don't carry decibel meters around in
Yeah.
their cars. You give them a cop a
Yeah.
decibel meter, and they're gonna ticket somebody.
yeah. They don't
Harris
give-
Hill actually is fairly strict on decibel limits.
Mhm.
That's lame.
Well, that's because there's neighborhoods around there now. Because
Which is
some
bullshit.
genius. The track's been there since like the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s,
No,
and there
it
used
was-
to
it
be
was the
nothing
mid-2000s.
around there. There's nothing around there now. There's neighborhoods there. So
I went to Harris Hill the opening day.
Wow.
Oh, did you? Wow.
Yep. I went there opening day. It's the first event, the first public event, and there was nothing around it.
Hmm.
It was just a bunch of corn, or not even cornfields, just like
The closest
ran-
thing to it was the airport, which was across the highway.
yeah, exactly. And now there's houses everywhere around it. It's so stupid. I never understood. It's like, hey, let's build a house like Laguna Seca. They're like, hey, let's build a bunch of neighborhoods right next to the racetrack. It's gonna be peaceful,
Well, and then the people have the audacity to bitch about it.
right?
And
It's
it's,
like-
like,
it's
the
like
track
people-
was there first.
People moved to downtown Austin, and they're like, that live music's too loud. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's unofficially named the live music capital of the world. What did you expect when you moved
Right.
to downtown Austin?
it's like, I live in an apartment above a bar, and it's so loud. Those bastards are playing music at 11:30 at night on a Friday. It's like,
yeah, I can't stand
are-
that kind of stuff.
these
Yeah.
guys dumb as shit.
Yes, they are.
The good news about Coda is, even though it's now being built out around it, its property is so large that there's no way anyone.
I've heard
could
that
get-
there's. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that those people are still bitching about it because of the traffic, not the
Oh, the
noise.
traffic,
but
yeah, but not the sound.
What's funny is like there's like you could probably count the number of properties around there, but there are a few like little farms and stuff, and
Yeah.
they just I don't know how they deal with it. The sound.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I lived close enough to Coda for it to matter, I would just know when big events were coming, and I would stock up my house for everything
Yeah.
that I would need, and I just
Yep.
wouldn't leave during those weekends
Or buy a helicopter.
Yeah.
or buy a helicopter.
Or
But
you go to the
traffic
Edmund
sucks
Correct-
everywhere in this town, so
Yeah, true. They're just
they're just not used to it.
yeah, they're a bunch of bitches because they like had no traffic because they lived in the middle of nowhere, and now there's traffic like the rest of us have to deal with. It's like
But
too
there's
bad.
only traffic like 6 times a year. Well, except for right now, traffic's pretty bad because they have their light show going.
Oh.
Yeah.
That many people go to that dumb shit.
Oh, dude!
Dude,
Like
we're
when
going.
you drive past there,
I'm
You're
going.
going.
Yeah, the kids want to go drive through it and check it out.
Kids, right?
Nice.
wait
Yeah.
until your kid's old enough to do shit like that, Dan. You'll be giving it to.
You're
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
doing all that shit.
I'll bribe him not to go.
No, you'll fall for it. You're like, okay, let's go, son.
But you'll do it in a Ferrari or whatever car you have in stock. So
That's
You'll,
true.
you'll be winning.
Not if he wants to take Meg with him. And the
She won't
kid.
want to go. Yeah.
We'll get an FF.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Perfect. Get a California. Put the car seat in the.
I don't think Ash would fit in that by the time you go.
Yeah, probably not.
Dude, no, he probably can't
Yeah.
fit in it already.
Peppermint Parkway, that's what it's called.
Peppermint Parkway. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Dude, there's hundreds of cars that go through there at night.
Wow.
Yeah. That's lame. They've got that and the thing that
Grinch.
Joker Park. What is it? The Trail of Lights. I've
Oh,
done
yeah.
that. I did
I
that,
do that
one
every
time.
year.
You go every year?
Yeah.
He
Dude,
has
you are
kids.
festive as fuck. You get a gold Christmas tree star on your chest.
I mean, I didn't go before I had kids.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
do
used
you
to
have a
work
bunch
the,
of? Is your house all Clark Griswold out there?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
I didn't do lights on the outside because I don't want to die. My house is really tall. But the inside is all decorated.
Okay.
I can't wait until Dan has to start going to like soccer games and t-ball games and stuff like that.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I spend like 3 or 4 hours a day doing that stuff every day.
Oh
Pick
God.
the kids up, take one to soccer, one to dance, one to theater, one to soccer. It's basketball.
I have heard though that like Pee-wee T-ball is some of the funniest shit you could ever see in your life.
Dude,
like
they
coworkers.
They serve alcohol at some of that shit.
Really?
now. Yes.
Also, then you'll be
That's
fine
amazing.
going.
I mean that sounds like, oh, they gotta play t-ball. It's a Thursday. I guess I'll
Well,
get drunk.
It's also like you're sitting there and you get to know the other parents, and one of them has a flask, and they're like, you want a drink of this? I'm like, sure, let me get a swig. That sort of thing is pretty common.
Oh my God. This is terrible. Yeah, this is why Chuck E. Cheese sells beer.
Do they really?
That's where they make all of their money. It's like any of the big sporting events. They make all the money on the alcohol.
Yep.
So it's dirt cheap to get into Chuck E. Cheese, but then they charge out the ass for beer and alcohol.
Something like that.
Probably. Oh man. Anyway,
Every person I've ever worked with that had kids said Pee-wee T-ball is the funniest thing in the world. Like you have kids like running backwards into the wrong base
Oh yeah.
and like hitting other kids in the head with the ball and shit like that. Like
that does sound entertaining.
I've never met somebody who said Pee-wee T-ball is boring.
Dude, so Kent and Rachel are our old neighbors. Their kid was in t-ball or whatever. I think it may have been actual baseball at that point, but he was talking to us about like some of the funny ass stories, and he was like, dude, some of the parents like took it, got all serious and shit. And he said like the one dad like almost got into a fight with the other dad, and it's just
My dad got
this is awesome.
my dad got thrown out of one of my little league baseball
No way.
games
Nice.
because he asked the ump if he needed to borrow his glasses because he couldn't see the ball.
Yes.
That's awesome. So what's going on with the Eternia? Or
I'll
is
be
it
right back. I'm gonna drink.
Eternia, right? Yeah, the Eternia. The 458 Eternia. We actually have a video coming out on it tomorrow morning. Working on the AC. And then there's another video next Sunday. And then we gotta still do some work on it. So we're waiting for the wheels to get repainted black. We should have those hopefully tomorrow. And then we're waiting for the leather to get fixed by Jay. And I think that's kind of about it.
Cool. Can he actually
Yeah.
fix it, or does he have to redo it?
For
For the seat, can he like restretch what's there? Or?
I think the seats he said he can fix. The dashboard he had to replace.
Mm.
So, yeah, dude. Okay, in Car Trek, they were
They were
mean.
hard. Yeah,
They were mean on that car.
they were very mean.
But, dude, did you see what the last episode? What all the YouTubers said they thought it was worth?
Yes.
I'm sitting there like
What did they say? I didn't even watch it.
they thought it was worth 125.
Really?
No, they did the Facebook
No, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Marketplace.
5.
Yeah,
That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah, 6. Yeah. So, Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. 6, whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's. It was they valued it higher than yeah. Anyway, so
Are you still selling it to that guy?
yeah, Alex still wants it at this point. We've spent so like just like so you guys, we'll talk about it too. We've already spent about. I was adding it up like. Once Jay gets us the bill for the leather and stuff, I think we'll have about between $8,000 and $10,000 into just repairs. So Hoovy spent 10 grand, and then we'll have spent about 10 grand, and it's still needing a lot. So that's, I mean, all of you looking to like buy the salvage car, it's like that's fine, but lower your expectations, you know, like your expectations have to be basically like on the floor. It's just, they aren't going to be good cars.
But it drives real well.
It drives fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just got more parts in today. So we'll do some more work on the car in the next day or two. Get those
Were the
videos out.
wheels done?
Not yet. Nope. So it's still going to be an exotic beater. Like even if we fix it up, it's still an exotic beater. It's never going to have any value.
Yep.
I don't think there's any added value because it was Hoovies. I think for
The real value comes in it because we owned it.
yeah, right. No, I think the difference is it's easy to sell because of its notoriety.
Yeah.
But I don't think it changes the value. In fact, I would argue like having Hoovy worked on it did nothing to really increase its value. Like someone would have been dumb. So the difference is if Hoovy had sold that car outright, someone who watches his channel who doesn't know anything about Ferraris would have been like, oh shit, I'll give you a boatload of money. It's a Ferrari. And they don't have anything to base it on. They wouldn't have ever seen or dealt with another 458. So they wouldn't know that it's a raging piece of shit compared to a clean example. So that's someone could have gotten fucked bad, which would have been their own fault. Because, you know, do your research and homework and all that stuff. And that's not to say like that's not Hoovy like screwing someone. That's just someone being dumb.
Yeah.
Man, Carvana. Somebody asked about Carvana's stock. That thing, I can't believe it was worth.
Got ass kicked.
I
I've been
can't believe it was
trading-
worth
I've been trading it.
$358 at one point.
Yep, it's it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, at one point, people said all other car dealership models were going to go out of business, and that's not happening.
I've been telling everybody I know from the beginning that Carvana was a crap company and they were never going to make
It
money.
was $240 at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it's lost 98% of its value from the top.
97.93% for the
Yeah.
year.
Wow.
It's lost.
And it's going to go bankrupt. I think 6 months. It's done.
Yeah.
I give it 6 months.
Yeah, they're not going to get another VC infusion. There's no
Well,
way.
they're trying to restructure their debt, and the bonds are selling for like 50 cents on the dollar.
Well, weren't they were just buying everything, right?
Well, that's the problem. They were buying everything, and I think they have so much inventory right now that they're underwater on most of it. So every car they sell, they're going to lose money on. So I don't know how they dig themselves out of the hole. Maybe the founders take it private. The billionaire son and father, buy all the stock and take it private and fix it. But I don't know.
Man, that would be expensive.
I mean, it's only like $600 million worth of stock. You could buy the entire company. And
That's it?
Yeah, the Garcias are like worth 20 billion combined, I think. So they could buy the company.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
nuts.
Jocko, yes, I have been writing it down.
Oh, did you short it?
I'm still short. Yeah.
Oh, damn. You do pretty good on that?
Yeah, I've been like in and out on the way down, but yeah.
Nice. Cargana.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that.
Nice. Actually, on my other screen, I have the chart up right now. It's been
Do you
up on
really?
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Hugh and Ricky have asked if I'm gonna trade up, and yeah, eventually. But I've only had
Why
the
why
McLaren
trade that
since
car?
June.
There's no reason to trade that car yet.
Yeah, I need to like enjoy it first. I don't know.
The people want more.
I mean, the good news is you bought it pretty low.
Yeah, it
And-
was tied for the cheapest in the country with the price you guys offered it to me at.
Yeah, and I feel like they've actually started creeping up.
Yeah,
I think
650s for
And
sure.
The 12s and the 12Cs have started to kind of
12Cs are
get
coming up.
popular again. Yeah, it's kind
Like-
of weird.
It's 12Cs are creeping up. You can still get them under 100, but it's usually pretty high miles. Dude, there was a 12C we saw in the wholesale market that had like 75,000 miles on it.
Whew.
Yeah.
And they
there
still
was-
wanted like 85 grand or something for it, didn't they?
Yeah, they still wanted like something pretty high. Dude, there was a 48 I wish I would have bid on. It was at auction on Mannheim. It was a salvage rental car. Enough said, right?
One's
Yeah.
in Vegas.
It was in Vegas. No, sorry, it was in Seattle. It was a salvage rental car. Did not look like it was yeah. Anyway, it was still driving, but God knows. In the auction, like no one bid on it. No one. And so finally they're like, someone just throw out a number. And someone's like 120,000. And that was what it closed at. Of course, I don't think they accepted it. But I
Yeah,
was like, oh my God, 120 grand for a driving 488. Now, granted, it had like 70,000 miles and it had been totaled and it was a piece of shit. But I'm like,
yeah.
No, like,
There,
Good pay.
Well, I asked Dan and I talked about it. I'm like, nobody really knows what the 488 issues are going to be when they get high miles because there's none out there. Like we know all the
Yeah.
430 and 360 issues and some now with 458 stuff, but the 488 nobody really knows because nobody's put that many miles on them.
Yep.
So there might be some stuff that comes up that we're like, oh shit, how do we fix this?
yeah, right.
there's apparently a used 720 for a 190 in Dallas.
Really?
Oh,
1,000
I know that
miles?
car, the red one.
Yeah, it's got to be totaled, right? Or
No,
salvage?
it's a flood car.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That
If
explains it.
you read, it's got under 10,000 miles on it.
Under 1,000 is
Under
what that
yeah,
posted.
it's super low miles. So that's the
So
thing.
my question would be like, what did they fix? What did they replace from the flood?
Yeah.
What's the story? If it was like it barely got flooded or something and they had to replace a computer or two, then shit, that's a bargain if you want it for a driver.
Yeah.
I'd be more concerned about was it salt water or fresh water?
Salt water, yeah, definitely.
Because if it was salt water,
No.
Yeah,
I wouldn't touch it if it was worth 100 grand.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, flood cars to me are just no. I would rather have a wrecked like an accident car than a flood car. Because like so long as the frame, like especially on a McLaren, so long as the carbon monocoque doesn't get destroyed.
He said monocoque.
Which, by the way, yeah, I was actually talking about that with my wife earlier tonight. And she's like, monocoque. And she was like, what's that other word that's really terrible? I'm like, petcock. And she's like, ah, yeah, that's it. I'm like, you're so juvenile. Anyway, so long as
The
that
McLaren doesn't have any steel on it other than maybe the bolts or something, right? Everything's
there's
aluminum.
some components,
Yeah.
but not much. Yeah.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to worry about rust with salt water. That's the
Well,
big concern.
Probably all the clamps are going to be steel.
Well,
That's true. Yeah,
It's already
copper-
has
all the
been
electric-
problems.
All
the,
the electrical
copper in the electric connectors could
Yeah.
corrode.
yeah. That's
And
true.
and that's the worst thing that you
That's
want
the
because
thing,
now
like,
you're gonna
if you're gonna have a flood car, if the water got into the trans or the engine,
yeah.
they're gonna eventually have failures. If they didn't replace like pretty much all of the electric wires, every single connector, You know, anything that could
Well,
let
as
water
long
in?
as the water didn't get up to the intake, there shouldn't be water in the transmission or the engine because
Mm.
fluid can't
They
get
have vents.
oil can't get out.
Yeah,
some
where's
of
the
the
vent
some
at?
cars have breather vents on the transmission and
true.
stuff.
That's true.
Like even
Yeah.
on the Porsches,
Yeah.
they have them. Like if the water gets up,
That's true.
Yeah, and the thing
halfway
is,
up
the
the
oil's
trend.
going to float, right? So the oil's going to come out, and the water's going to come in.
Yep.
And displace it. Ugh, flood cars.
well, the big
you know what?
issue with the flood cars is that you are going to have to replace electronics, computers, and stuff, and they're going to have to be coded to the car, and you have to get it done at the dealer. Like a McLaren, you have to take it to McLaren to get a new ECU
Yeah.
coded or a new, ABS computer coded or whatever it is. And yeah, it's not stuff you can do yourself.
I just had a thought. That car's in Houston. We should totally go to Houston
Yeah.
and go look at that car.
The $190,000 one?
Yeah.
It's too much money.
I'm not saying we buy it. I'm just saying let's go look at it.
Go check it out.
Seems
Drive
like a waste of a day.
it. Oh, it says Dallas.
Oh, it's Dallas?
Yeah.
Still a waste of a day, but yeah, same. Actually, that's worse.
It's worse.
Further.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Further, and it's I-35.
Yeah.
Dallas isn't further than.
I like
Houston.
Dallas
It is.
better than Houston, though.
Dallas is 3 hours north.
Dallas
Houston's
is
two.
further than Houston.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not
I
that
guess
much
it just-
farther. Well, it really depends on where in Dallas are you going, where
Yeah.
in Houston are you going.
And where in Austin are you coming from?
The
too?
shitty thing
Yeah.
the shitty thing about I-10 though is it's 2 lanes the entire way, and you
Mhm.
wouldn't think that makes that big of a deal, but when those dumbass 18-wheelers get next to each other, man.
Well,
it
yeah,
just
but you
blows
don't go
everything.
that way from Austin. Maybe you do from where you're at. You go down to I-10, but we take the highway to Columbus and take that. So you're basically dropped out almost in Katy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can take-
where I live, you take 71 till it hits I-10 and then I-10 all
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, that way is probably not good.
Yeah, that one sucks.
I hate I-10.
Yeah.
If the McLaren was 90 grand, you'd have my
Oh,
attention.
yeah. Absolutely.
What about 175?
No, it's gotta be 5 digits.
You know what's funny? this person saying Josh is the voice of reason. It's funny how at different points in time, Josh and I swap between the voice of reason, but Dan is never the voice of reason.
I'm not going to disagree, but I'm just going to say one thing. That's why I started a fucking company, because I'm stupid. I got problems up here.
Sometimes I'll be like, I agree 1,000% with what Josh is saying, and then other times I'm like, Josh must be Dan today because that's a terrible idea.
Not all my ideas are bad.
Not all of them are great either.
So I never claimed they were.
No, I know. Why
The
we
problem
love
is-
watching questionable decisions.
Here's the weird thing. Here's the funny thing about our existence that you don't think about in a normal life. So when you live in the world of YouTube, you think stupid things, right? Because you're like, well, we can do this, but we could also spend a bunch of money on something stupid and it'll get views. And like you're like, do it for the views, right? Like that mentality. I mean, shit, we just bought a $1,800 Chevy Malibu Max and gave it away for $1.
Yep.
Like, in what business world is that a good plan?
Definitely not YouTube because we lost money on that deal.
And to be fair, that was a gamble and we lost. But that's the stupid thing is like YouTube makes you try dumb shit like that, right? Like if you don't, you're gonna you'll never get anywhere.
Mhm.
So
I don't know. I get more excited about like we talked about buying an ex-cop car and
That's-
like converting it into the nefarious activity patrol.
yes.
Yeah, that would
I
be
get more
awesome.
excited about that than a McLaren.
The funny thing about that is we could actually
But-
use that.
I know.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, we should get a not just a regular cop car. We should get like a cop SUV, like one of the Tahoes.
Yeah, the Tahoe, yeah.
Because then we're like, oh shit, we could tow with it. We could actually.
But that
like,
would
yeah.
actually be a wise business move because we could actually use that for business purposes.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
To go to Dallas and look at a flooded 720.
It has to have the spotlight on it. It has to have the light
Yes.
bar on the top.
Well,
It
they
has to
take the
have-
light bars off.
No.
We can
They
buy
all
one
the
on
time.
eBay.
Yeah.
You can occasionally.
Hey, you guys know who Jeremy DeWitt is in
No.
Florida? We're gonna end up like him if we start impersonating police officers.
It's not illegal to drive one around as long as you don't turn the lights on.
No, I know.
It can't say police on the car, and you can't have the lights on while you're on the road.
But we're gonna put decals on it that are like you would see in the same font as a police car, but it's gonna say Nefarious Activity Patrol.
Love it.
And patrol
I
is not.
must, did you guys talk about this today when you were doing the?
No.
No, we
shit.
talked about this. We talked about this on one of our road trips. We were just
Oh,
like, let's do
Because when we were driving back from Colorado.
I remember
Okay,
I remember buying the police car conversation, but I didn't remember the nefarious activities
now
patrol.
I kind of want to do it. Now that I kind of want to do it and start looking again.
We had like a 4-hour conversation about this. It was true. And we were looking up cars. Like Josh is sitting there, like with his cell phone, like looking up shit on Facebook and stuff. He's like, "What about this one? What about this one?"
On 183, there's a place that sells the old cop cars. When the DPS retires the Tahoes, you can buy them from the place on
Yes.
183.
Yeah.
We can buy at the auction out on off of 130. They have the ex Border Patrol Tahoes. We can buy
Oh.
those.
Yes.
See, we're already thinking of ways to spend money we don't have.
Yep.
And the cool thing about the Tahoes is they still leave the white hood on or the black hood
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah. You got to get that like the Stady look.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh, dude, I saw a Stady bust someone right in front of me today. I was so happy.
Nice.
Well, you should never be happy when the cops pull somebody over.
Well, I was happy it wasn't me.
They're doing something wrong.
True. I was sad that they were wasting people's time, but it was one of those where like I was going decently fast, and my radar detector starts going off, so I just kind of roll off a little bit, and I was approaching my exit anyway, and then a Range Rover goes blasting by me, and I'm like,
Range Rover?
yeah, it was a Range
Is it
Rover.
Tyler?
I don't have a Range Rover.
I know.
And yeah, anyway, so I like it was the 45 to Mopac interchange going south. So you go up on a bridge and you're kind of paralleling the road for quite a while. So I'm up on the bridge and I can look down and I can see the cop pull out and just start tailing the guy and then turn on the lights. I'm like, oh, that
Nice.
sucks. It's like, it sucks.
Poor
I've never seen a cop on that road ever.
On 45?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
I know.
they're
dude.
there all the time now.
Not that section.
Oh,
Dude,
maybe not that side.
I mean,
that section, everyone's going like 100.
yeah, between the interstate and Mopac, 45 is like, 100
No,
minimum.
The 183 to Mopac stretch.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Oh my
All
god.
of it.
It's like everyone's just hauling.
Well, and
And we're-
Mopac down basically to Palmer exit is you're going 85, 90.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tyler drives a Volvo.
Why would Tyler have a Volvo?
Yeah. I don't, okay.
That's not what I
Ricky,
imagined.
Ricky, you said McLarens were equal to Audis too, so I don't know. I don't know your judgment, man.
Tyler has a Toyota Sienna.
I mean, it'd be a reliable vehicle. Probably more reliable than what I have.
Definitely.
He owns, for context, YouTube, he owns 2 British cars.
Yes.
I have a Volvo.
Yeah.
My wife's car, but it's a Volvo.
Yeah.
I've told you my theory on Volvos, right?
What's that?
They only exist for people that are going to crash them.
Oh,
That's the only reason you ever buy a Volvo, because you know you're going to crash because you suck at driving. dude.
I don't know. The more I love
There's
my
no such
wife,
thing
the
as a
more I
cool
wish she.
Volvo. They're not
I-
cool.
I have my wife drives a Volvo because I want her to be safe driving the kids
Yeah.
around.
I rest my case. The deliberation's over. Jury has settled.
That's
I
fine. I would love for my wife to drive a Volvo. Because then if she got in an accident with a tank, she would total the tank.
Oh, she'd absolutely win. Yeah.
Dude, totally. See, that's why you own a Volvo. You own a Volvo because you're gonna crash.
That
Mhm.
doesn't make it a bad thing.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just said it's because people that
They're
think
actually really nice cars. If you get them loaded
Yeah.
up, it's
Sure.
nice. They're nice.
they're ugly, but they're nice and they're safe.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
that they're ugly. I think they're boring.
Some,
don't think
some
that
of them
they're-
are ugly.
I
No,
don't think that
not-
they're bad looking cars, though. I don't
No,
think they're
it's-
great
we're-
looking cars.
We're sticking
though.
with ugly and
Nick's was
boring.
right. The '90s Volvos were awesome.
Yeah.
If you
I-
like
I agree.
Actually,
boxes,
I like Volvo. I like a S60R,
hey, look,
6
S60R
Volvo.
or a
Wow.
V70R, or an
That's a
850R.
Jeep Wrangler, Dan. Oh man.
Volvos plus teacup Yorkies. Somebody's throwing shade over here.
That's how I roll. I'm not afraid to admit that. That's how I roll.
Oh shoot.
Oh my lord, too funny. Motor swap a Volvo with the F430. Why? No. God.
I mean,
Anyway.
Volvo has made some cool cars over the years. I know Dan and Adam don't appreciate old, cool European cars.
Not old European cars, but old
Not really.
Japanese cars are awesome.
No, I hate those. I
love
like old
that.
American cars.
An RX-7 or a Supra, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All day
Old
long.
American cars are lame. Ooh, I can
Here-
go.
Here's
I
the
can do a
problem.
quarter mile in 10 seconds. Look at me.
That's fun.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, I can do that. I can do that in a McLaren stock. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
need
that's
that.
also 15 years later.
That's how Dan grew
But
up.
there's something awesome about like, hey, let's take an extremely heavy piece of American steel and just yeet that bitch as fast as I can down a quarter mile with as big of tires as I can get in the back only.
I can't stand old American cars.
Oh, dude, they're fun.
I like
They're
old
horrible.
Corvettes.
They're horrible. To be
Like-
fair, they're horrible, but they're fun.
Yeah.
I love him. You owe me a 10-second car. True story. Yeah. What is that? Why can't Barbie get pregnant?
Because
Oh, no.
Ken came in another box.
Adam's on top of that one.
All right. God, I need more wine for this. This is dumb as hell.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I always thought the other cool thing to do a build on would be a smart car with a Hayabusa motor in it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. I've seen some videos of those. It looks rad. I'm reading all the comments.
Yep.
Oh, I had a
Dan cut
BMW
out
I had a-
some of our good jokes in the McLaren video, Adam.
I know. I was upset
It's like-
about that.
Damn it.
I had a 2002 TII. It was a badass little car.
Yeah.
I had one for a couple years. It was cool. I regret selling that because it's worth like 5 times what I paid for it or sold it for now.
So my mother-in-law's over, and I go out into the living room to get the wine in the kitchen, and they're watching shit. What's the name of that movie? Keanu Reeves when he's a lawyer and like the devil and stuff.
Oh,
Damn it!
I can see it. I can see the.
Yeah, I can see it.
And like it's got what's his face? Al Pacino.
Somebody's googling it. I heard the
Ryan, I'm actually
Devil's
I'm-
Advocate. Devil's
yeah.
Advocate.
I am
That's it.
doing Champ Car this year. I'll be at the next race with my brother and our friend. We have a 1990 BMW 328 race car.
Anyway, I bring it up because I come out there and I start filling up with wine. I turn around and I'm looking at the TV. It's the middle of that sex scene where Keanu Reeves is cheating on his wife with the hot chick, the hot redhead or whatever. And so I just go, boobs. Right in front of my mother-in-law. I love it.
Nice.
I'm a child. Anyway, there you go. More wine.
Yes.
What do you got
What are you
there,
drinking tonight, Josh?
Water.
One of those days.
Yeah.
Paul? What are you, Tyler?
I got home after we worked on the McLaren. I got home
Good
and
old
like
Lone Star.
had a bunch of crap to do and been going nonstop, and I got a headache, so I'm just chilling.
Oh man, yeah. I've had a headache for like 2 straight weeks. It's been miserable. I changed. They changed some of my medications, and it. Yeah, this one's not settling well.
I feel you.
So,
I'm so
it's-
tired of looking at screens.
oh
Looking
dude,
at screens
yeah.
all day. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Dan, did your mom-in-law always like you, or did she eventually warm up to you? No, she likes me.
Oh no.
Oh,
Twitch trolls.
Twitch trolls.
Sounds
Oh,
like a good order.
wrong
A good offer.
Ah, damn it. Block.
Don't show them.
I did.
No, I
Yeah, I
clicked-
didn't mean to. Oh,
Ah.
that was not me.
Uh oh.
There goes.
What happened?
Wow, we
So-
actually have some Twitch viewers. That's funny.
So, well, no. After the live stream, I always get an email from Twitch saying that we had one viewer for the
Yeah.
stream. It's gonna be that one.
It'll be a lot. Yeah.
And I just banned him.
Did your
Oh
chat
no,
go
there's
away?
another one.
There's two,
somebody
yeah.
else. Yeah,
Walter and
that's-
Carl. Yeah.
My chat went away.
Wow.
Hell
Did you
yeah.
know we streamed to Twitch too?
I didn't even know we streamed to Twitch.
How many viewers do we have on Twitch right now?
Well, it's like, whatever. We'll throw it in there.
We're kind of a big deal.
Did your chat
We
go away?
Rocco, I'm with you. I don't like that Volvo's owned by a Chinese company now, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
Well, same with JLR, but oh well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's better than them being gone. So
That's true.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
The
did your
cars
chat-
are still made in Sweden, so
I'm
Chat went away.
Swedish plumber.
Do they come with meatballs?
they should.
nay.
Nay.
It means no in Swedish.
Yeah. Do you have like Swedish background or something?
I lived in Sweden.
You did?
Yeah.
I've
For
told
how
you this
long?
before.
No,
For a
wait.
year.
no.
I didn't know you actually lived there.
I went
What
to
did you
school
do?
there. I went to school
Huh?
there. Yeah.
Like in college?
I went to an international business school in Sweden.
Oh. Wow.
Do they really eat a lot of meatballs there, or is that just a?
It's a little exaggerated.
Okay, so it's just an
What they
IKEA
do-
thing then.
The main thing they like is their lingonberry stuff on everything. At least
Lingonberry.
where I was at.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like this jam.
What happened to Gabe? Oh,
Uh-oh.
he's back. He must have dropped.
No, I refreshed. it.
I'm 70 years old.
Josh, 70.
He's got that receding hairline of a 70-year-old.
Yeah.
I do. I do. I still have hair though.
What? Lotus Bill's already drunk? Where?
Yeah. Where?
Lotus, are you drunk? Wait, you're.
Yeah. Who's Lotus Bill?
Yeah, who's Lotus Bill?
Is
You're
he
Lotus Esprit.
Bill? Is he referring to
It's the
himself?
Yeah,
He's already drunk.
imaginary
Yeah.
friend. It's an imaginary.
Hey everyone,
friend that's
Dan is
sitting
really
next to him.
drunk tonight. By the way, we're to that point now. We talk in third person.
Oh no.
Yes. I suppose we should talk about something car related.
We were talking
kinda
about
were.
Swedish meatballs.
Sure.
Volvos.
I am follically challenged. I actually mentioned that in my 430 review, which is coming up on Tuesday. So did my OG crew ditch me? Where have they all been? They didn't really ditch me. They're just busy people.
Who's your OG crew?
Like Stu and Jeff and Loper.
We all just met up with all them for that party at the Howard not that long ago. They were all there.
And they were at the Jeff and Stu were at the FCA Christmas dinner.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to ask you, how was that?
Oh, it was
I'm
really
bummed
good.
I missed it. Those are
Dude,
usually
it was
fun.
good. The food was amazing.
What did
Yeah.
they have?
I had some sort of steak and like potatoes and green beans and a bunch of wine. Most importantly,
Yes.
you know what's sad is they got rid of the white elephant gift exchange.
Oh, I was going to ask you, what did you get?
No, that's sad. They haven't brought it back. I don't know why. That was the most fun. That was so. fun.
Last time I went, I got some really cool whiskey glasses with the Ferrari Cavallino engraved on them. It was really
Nice.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
still use those.
That's some
I-
high dollar
dude,
shit.
The wallet I use to this day, I got in one of those.
Nice.
It was a little Ferrari wallet, and I'm like, this is nice. So I've been using that for like, I don't know, probably 4 years now.
It's a high end gift exchange then.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, the limit's supposed to be like $20.
Yeah,
Some people are
right.
spending, like,
Oh, people go way
$40.
overboard.
Dude,
Yeah.
people are spending like huge amounts of money, and all of a sudden someone like opens something, you're like, oh shit, like, that's expensive as fuck. Like,
And then there are the $20 gifts, and you're like, when you get one of those, you're like, fuck. What
Yeah.
am I going to do with
dude,
it?
one year someone brought an F40 Lego kit.
Nice. That's
Damn,
cool shit.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Legos are expensive, and then they have to pay the Ferrari licensing fee to make it even
Uh-huh.
more expensive.
Yeah, I really wanted that one. I was so sad. I was trying for it.
Can I test drive your Volvo?
We're not gonna go there. We'll get
It
the
held it for review. Like,
Yeah,
did
jeez,
that.
we always demonetize because they can say dumb shit in the chat that doesn't demonetize us, but we can't say it in the video.
True.
So there you go. Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure if we were gonna get this demonetized, the Barbie and Ken joke is what did it.
True.
no, because you didn't really say.
Yeah, the auto text readers aren't going to understand which
Yeah,
version
it's
of
too
the
dumb.
words you were using.
Yeah, I don't think maybe. We just Anyway, the funny thing is the day Pietro was being a dumbass, that one got demonetized very very fast.
Yes.
Snapped a picture.
Yeah, when he drew a picture.
Oh, no.
That was impressive. Like it was
Yeah.
AI.
Is that like AI watching it?
Yeah,
What,
there-
figures that out?
so crazy
They're looking
shit.
for phalluses.
They supposedly actually have it
Airplane.
scanning because so one of the things you're not allowed to do at all, and I don't even know if I want to talk about it because I'd probably get demonetized, but anyway, you're not allowed to have any sort of like firearms on a live stream.
You
Period.
can't handle them. You can have them in the background. You can't handle them.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's a
I wouldn't do it, especially on our channel. It has no place for it.
right. Why? Like we would have no reason to show
But
it.
you're allowed to have them in the background. You just can't handle them.
Yeah. So like anything like that, and boop, you're just
Yeah.
like it's a big no. Which makes sense,
I always
right?
have to double check that there's none behind me before.
Yeah, I know. Everything's put away. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Everything's locked up. We're fine.
Locked up.
Ryan, the difference was that wasn't a live stream. You're allowed to have them in
Yeah, in videos.
in videos. You can't have them in live streams.
It's in a safe in a drawer.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
locked. There you go.
That's more talking about
Uh,
Adam, but
Oh well, Adams are probably not locked up because it's
No.
just him and his wife.
Yeah.
We don't have kids.
I mean, what is his dog's gonna go break in? And like,
you never know.
yeah, I guess you never know.
Beamer's a little shady.
Those fuckers didn't feed me tonight.
That's right.
Dude, those bastards get all kinds of annoying. Like they know. It's like they have a watch or something. They know at 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock that it's dinner
Oh.
time, breakfast and dinner time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude.
And then if you don't give them their dessert after they eat dinner, ooh,
They get dessert.
Dessert.
they get like a little, like a dental chewy stick thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my dog gets one, and yeah, 8 o'clock rolls around. She didn't get her bone to chew on. She's pissed off.
Well, they get theirs right after dinner.
Okay, yeah, I make her wait. But
Dude, Mo is so lazy. He's such a sack of shit that he's figured out that that Ash dumps, so much food
Oh,
onto
yeah.
the ground. So he likes Ash's little tidbits more than his food because it's human food. So that lazy pile of crap goes on strike for his breakfast until after Ash eats because he's like, well, I'm gonna see how much
He's on a
human
hunger
food I
strike.
get before go eat my dog food. And I'm like, bro,
And you
bought
feed,
the
you
nice
feed
shit.
Mo high dollar
Yeah,
shit.
you do.
Yeah.
We feed him like really expensive dog food. This is like it smells like real food. I haven't tasted it, but I'm sure it tastes great. And like what, you lazy sack of crap.
Like we feed our dog like where the first ingredient is meat and not filler and stuff. Like we feed our dogs pretty expensive food, but man, he eats fresh, like refrigerated food and shit.
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh yeah. No, you open the bag and it smells like chicken. And like the first like 3 ingredients are chicken.
Is it dry food?
No,
What?
it's refrigerated
Wet food?
real food. Like it comes in bags.
That's got to be expensive because your dog is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like
give my dogs that food too, but they don't eat very much. So
Yeah.
it's not too
They
bad.
just
yeah,
get
yours would eat like 4 little pellets.
a few crumbs.
What do your
Yeah.
dogs get? Like a quarter cup of food a day?
Like a can of dog food.
Yeah.
The 3 of them go through one of those a day.
That's
Wow.
it.
That's
Oh my
it.
God. You bastard.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
Dude,
great.
my dog goes through one of those bags, which are 20, I think they're $25 a bag. And he goes through more than 1 bag a week.
Damn.
Like probably about a bag and a half. Yeah, that's about right.
Jeez. Yeah.
It's good stuff. I mean, whatever. Okay. I gotta explain myself now because people are like, "You're an idiot. You're spending all this money on dog food." We had a thought. Meg and I had a thought. Mo is part of our family. He is a non-human human, or as
That's
Megan
how
likes
our
to say,
dogs are. Yeah.
he's a non-human person. He likes to, he's here.
Yeah, he's not a second class citizen.
We're like, would I spend a little bit of extra money to have my dog eat good quality crap instead of crap quality crap?
hmm
Okay, yeah, it's worth it. And I think part of that was like when Mo passed, we felt like, could we have done more to have prevented his cancer or something, or was it something that we did, or I don't know, you get some guilt. Sorry, when Hobbs passed, yeah, sorry, not Mo. When Hobbs passed, you feel bad, right? It's like, did we have anything to do with that?
Yeah.
Because he died from cancer, so it wasn't like he just like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Let's
I wanna
change
talk
it
about-
to a more fun subject.
yeah, I want to talk about dying dogs. That's that's a horrible topic. That's straight up like man crying topic. So we're
My
not going to
brother
go
is
there.
in the chat though, so there's that.
Mo eats better than I do. Hey, if you want, you can swing by and I'll give you some of Mo's food. You can try it for
Well,
us.
There you
he'll
go.
be here in like 2 weeks, so he'll
Okay,
take
well,
you up
bring
on
him
that.
by.
I think you need to try Mo's food on live stream.
Now the loser of the $1,000 card challenge should have to eat some.
Ooh.
I
There's
mean,
so
I
much-
tried our dog's food.
Did you really?
Yeah, why not?
Like a biscuit.
It's food. Yeah.
No, like the wet food that they eat, the good
Oh.
stuff. I
My
mean,
stepbrother, my
it tastes
stepbrother
kinda
would
bland.
eat anything. My stepbrother would eat anything for a quarter.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
cockroaches.
back in high school, a friend of ours would do anything for $1.
anything.
Yeah.
Dude, we were like,
I had
hey,
some of
I
those.
had a friend like that.
yeah, we were like, hey, I dare you to lick the back of that toilet.
Oh,
He's like,
Oh
I was like,
god!
okay, and he did
For
Oh.
$1?
for $1.
He needs to know his worth.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I mean, you said
That's
the bar
about what he's
low.
worth, Adam, when he's doing shit like that.
I mean, before Bay Real Experts said it, I was going to say, so we should bookend with your original question. Is it market slowdown or just winter? Because we never actually answered.
yeah, true.
It's a combination of both. Let's move on.
And Josh has answered the question. There you go.
There you go. All right. Well, yeah. So,
All right,
dogs.
Here's a good car question. Here's a good car question.
What car do you want to drive that you have not daily driven yet that is reasonably attainable?
Not daily driven, just driven.
So like, drive or own? So just drive.
What car do I want to drive that I have not driven yet that is reasonably obtainable?
I would like to drive a 765. I haven't driven one.
That's not reasonably obtainable.
Depends on what level. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, reasonably obtainable. I'm thinking like what, like sub $50,000.
Ooh.
I'd like to drive a Speciale.
No, I don't
Oh.
think he means. I don't think he
I
means.
mean, what are
that
we talking about here?
No,
No,
I
yeah.
think he
cars
means,
that
like,
are
super
cheaper than that
cars.
don't really. There's nothing that I can think of that I haven't driven that I would want to. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm trying to think of anything that's like, oh, I'm dying to drive a fill in the blank with some cheap car.
I'd like to drive a Carrera GT, even though I think they're ugly as sin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's $1 million plus car, though.
But it's,
Yeah, that's not reasonably
The
attainable.
question's too vague. We need more parameters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Please
Right.
reframe your question in a
Yeah.
more distinct way.
Give us a
Manual
price range.
GT3.
Yeah,
like
price
you got it.
range. Price range. Because I've driven the clown shoe BMW, the old
The Z8.
no, the M Coupe.
Oh, the M Coupe.
My brother had one.
Nick, no, I've never owned a Lancia.
Your
That'd be cool,
brothers
though.
owned a lot of cool cars.
My brother's had a lot of cars. I actually have a video. I should see if I can find that video.
Hmm.
That would be a funny video to play. I have an old video of him driving that thing because we straight piped it. Because of course you straight pipe it. I mean,
Well, yeah.
like, where would I put that video? I'm
Have you
not
done
gonna,
anything with the Mercedes, Josh?
No, I haven't. I need to find a parts car. I need to find a parts car so I can get started on it. It just there's a lot of shit in the interior that I need to replace, and like a door and bumper. And stuff like
deteriorating.
that. Yeah.
I would love to drive a Stratos.
That'd be cool.
That'd be fun if I can fit. Those are tiny.
No, an
Adrian, I'm
LC500
sorry, but
is
no.
not a future collectible. No,
No.
What? What's not?
an LC500 Lexus.
No, it's not a future car, a collectible car. It's a Lexus. No.
It'll still be
Absolutely.
running in the future, but it's not a collectible.
Yeah,
Yes,
it will. It will
That's a good
outlast
way
all
to
the.
put it.
Yeah.
we have not sold the GT350 yet. Surprisingly, it's not getting much attention.
Oh, he asked about the AMG.
Well, Stingman asked about the GT350.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and we haven't got a whole lot of interest in the GTR, which I'm kind of surprised about. I thought that car would have sold quick.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah.
It's sad, but like every time we veer away from selling Ferraris, we're like, why'd we do that? We should just stick to the Ferraris.
Yeah.
To what you know.
It sucks because we don't. There's been 2 Ferraris that were difficult to sell, and both were silver.
Yeah.
And so-
Man said he'll talk to us about buying it.
We'll give you
But-
a deal. We want it gone, so we'll give you a good deal on it.
Yeah, we'll give you. Seriously, if you want it,
Email us.
Email us.
cheap GT350. There you go.
In the
Seems-
range of what
it
you
would-
would sell you to 720. Okay. A 600 LT would be cool. I haven't driven one.
What's the email?
Sales,
Sales.
at ngsupercars.com.
There you go.
I'm in a different frequency tile.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks. I should put that in the chat.
there you
The
go.
Mercedes is on eBay. I put it on eBay, but I mean, Auto Trader and stuff, that this doesn't really work. It's kind of like antiquated car advertising, I feel like.
I feel like
I've put a ton of cars on there and I haven't really got much action.
I think we need to go to Auto Trader. I don't know.
Give it the old college try.
Is it Auto Trader? What's like the thing that everyone uses now? What do you?
Car
what is everyone-
Gurus.
Is
Yeah.
it Car Gurus? Cars.com? What is everyone using now to look up cars?
I feel like Auto Trader and Cars.com are like virtual showrooms. If you want to see pictures of a car and check a car out, you go there and look at it, but nobody's buying anything.
maybe.
I don't know. I
Car-
could be wrong.
I liked Car Gurus when I was looking for cars. They had a good mix of
Yeah.
information.
Problem is, I think
Yeah.
everyone loves that stupid like, oh, above value, below value thing that
Yeah,
Car Gurus
that's-
and Cars.com do.
That's crap.
Even though it's like
a lot of
completely
people are saying
bullshit.
Auto Tempest.
Auto-
Auto
when you see
Tempest just combines all of the
Yeah.
all of them
Yeah.
together. So
Yeah, you can't
Aggregator.
list on Auto Tempest. So I don't know. I guess it's because I'm old.
I don't
school.
really like how Auto Tempest works when you look for a car, how it formats everything. I'm not a huge fan, but
Mhm.
Its layout's terrible.
New list on
Yeah.
DuPont registry.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Well, I don't know. We need to get it.
They are on
Need to do
eBay.
something.
Mousetrap.
Well,
Mousetrap's here.
Hey.
Right at the end of the show. 3 minutes left, and he shows up fashionably late.
Shit. Good job. Craigslist, no, is definitely not. the place.
Craigslist used to be good, but it's terrible now. It's
Believe it or
just-
not,
it's-
the thing that's worked surprisingly well is Facebook.
The Ferrari page on Facebook, used Ferraris.
And that's the thing is there's a really strong Ferrari community for Ferraris for sale, but we
we
haven't.
do get a lot of strokers on Facebook though.
Oh no, yeah, it's 90% of the messages are bullshit. I would go with 98% of the messages are bullshit. It's like if you look through my messages on Facebook Messenger, it's depressing, very depressing. But we've sold quite a few cars to people on Facebook.
Cars and Bids was an epic failure.
Cars,
BAT will find out when the 599 goes live.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
BAT is just a big pain in the ass to deal with.
yeah. Definitely not impressed with BAT so far. We'll see when it sells. So, oh, hey,
awesome.
that's awesome.
Nice.
Nice.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah, there's a bunch of exotic car groups on Facebook that are cars for sale. That's the cool thing. But it's worked so far very well for Ferraris for us. It's worked on McLarens and the AMG almost no interest on Facebook, and then the Mustang has had zero interest on Facebook. So
Which surprises me because you would think
I know.
the Mustang would be right up Facebook's alley.
Well, it's an expensive Mustang, so Mustang buyers can't afford that Mustang, unfortunately.
You're not
Tell us
wrong.
how you really think, Josh.
I just did.
Done. Yeah.
I like this. So what I'm hearing is do you think it's due to winter correction or a correction? I wouldn't say that necessarily. I wouldn't say our sales are slowing. I would say it's always in waves.
Well, we have such a small amount of cars. We can't really determine if we're slow or not.
Yeah.
Because we only have a couple cars at a time. We don't have 50 cars. You know, if we had 50 cars and we had a year or two worth of data, then we'd be able to tell you more accurately
Right.
how we were doing. But we just kind of go off of what cars sell for at the auction and how the prices are doing there and how much, interest we're getting on our cars. But, it's hard to say.
Yeah. It takes a lot of research. Like we are actively researching cars nonstop. just to kind of see what's in the market, what things are at, what cars are, values going up, values going down, what cars we should be buying. Like, should we be raising our prices, lowering our prices? I mean, it's hard.
Ricky, if we could afford 20 cars and we had a place to put them, we would do that.
Yeah.
But we don't have enough money or space for 20 supercars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously. It's going to take time.
We'll get there. We'll get there eventually, but I mean, yeah.
I actually saw a video by it was Rob Freddy talking on VinWiki about his 458 that got legally stolen from him. That weird scenario. Anyway, and he brought up a really fascinating thing, which I thought was really true, which was he's like, every few years, all of a sudden you'll see some exotic car dealership just blow up and become huge, like almost like overnight, right? Like within a few months, all of a sudden they go from being a tiny dealership or even a non-existent dealership to being the one everyone's talking about, and they have all the cars and all of the people are interested in them. And he's like, every single time it's money laundering, it's a scam, it's pyramid scheme, it's whatever, right? It's some bullshit, because the reality is to build up a used car business in an exotic world takes years and years.
Or just a massive pile of money.
Or you have sugar daddy who just says, I don't give a shit, take my $50 million and buy
here's 50 million and you can start your exotic car dealership.
Yeah. Because it's funny because we see the same, it's weird. You see these dealers out there who have massive inventory. I mean, you're talking 50 to 100 cars. You're talking 50 to 100 cars. They're all in the six figures. So you're talking, $30 million in inventory. And you see the same cars for sale month after month after month.
You will notice too, when you see these big dealerships pop up out of nowhere with all these cars, and you look back 6 months to a year later, they're no longer in business. Because those cars depreciate, and if they're not turning them and they don't know how to, work the car business, even if they start with a bunch of money, that goes away pretty quick. And with that many cars, you got to have a service department, you got to have sales managers, all sorts of employees, and a lot of overhead and storage and everything.
Yeah. It's a big deal. I always wonder how these, so that's where it's like, are they money laundering? I mean, or do they have a sugar daddy, or is it something illegal?
I feel like it would be easy to launder money in the car business.
Oh man,
I mean,
really
don't
easy. Say that, you're going to get us investigated.
I mean,
That's
we're not
fine.
doing enough volume to
Allegedly.
If we're money laundering, we're doing it really bad.
Yeah.
Because we ain't rich yet. All right.
See you,
guys.
Jocko.
We went over time. I'm going to
Yep.
close it out. So anyway, yeah, there you go. We will see you guys next week. Join us again Thursday night, 8 p.m. for another live stream. And see y'all later.
Later.
Adios.
Oh my God. Damn it. There it is. Okay, sorry. I was about to click on the wrong outro. There you go. Bye.